Hey everybody, welcome to Spikey Saturday number 288, where we have a very easy pick. I never tire of that joke. Yeah, we got a Crackle and Power, Crackle with Power, so I guess we'll try to force red. We got a Barium Books, red-blue is certainly where I'd be happy to be with Crackle and Power. It's also a very good card. It's also just the best card in this pack, so yoink. So hopefully Arena has less issues this week and we actually get through this video. That would be nice. It took 5 days? 6 days. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It took 6 days to get my refund for that draft last week that didn't work. And then, of course, on Wednesday, if you were watching live, I went to pick Ephemerate. It was up here where a rare mystical archive would be. I clicked on it, and then I dragged it and let go, and it disappeared. The pack was still there. There was just a blank rectangle in the top left-hand corner. Couldn't click it, couldn't do anything with it. I could click the other cards, I could pick the other cards, but I could no longer pick the card that I wanted to. I'm still waiting on that refund. So this pack's fine with the Prismari Apprentice. After the Prismari Apprentice, there's a campus, I guess. There's not much else going on here. So we'll take the Prismari Apprentice, and I think we're kind of going to draft on rails at this point. But do remember, refund regularly if your experience is impacted due to arena bugs, poor arena design. Get you your money back. Still not sure where I am on Strixhaven. I know it's in the bad half of draft sets that I've done. I've done over 45, maybe 50 draft sets. So keep in mind the bottom half is like 25 sets. This is in the bottom half. I just don't know where. Frost Trickster, pretty easy pick here. There's an environmental sciences, I guess. We're not learning just yet. Pretty easy Frost Trickster for me. I don't think it's in the worst of all time. The worst of all time is typically reserved for things like Avacyn Restored, sets that I think were fundamentally broken to the point that you should probably not ever draft them. Like right now today, you've never drafted Avacyn Restored. I would strongly recommend you to not go and draft Avacyn Restored, even to check it out. Strixhaven, I don't think is there. Strixhaven, 5 years from now, if you've never drafted it, I'd say sure, just don't expect much. We've got a Mentor's Guidance versus a Pop Quiz. Both are good. Pop Quiz does get our learn on, so I think we'll take that Pop Quiz. Guess we haven't seen much red, but I'm not going to take a Pillar Drop Warden over the Pop Quiz here. Hey, that's a. I think our deck's open. Maelstrom Muse, Test of Talent, Snow Day. Play all 3 of them. Very good on commons here. So people are taking commons over these, which means in this direction, I think we're going to be able to Prismari it up. We'll start with the Muse. It's the most powerful here. Pigment Storm, love it. Also Biblioplex, also love it. Also love it. Not enough that I want to send a signal for somebody to my left to get into red. Enjoy your Biblioplex. Prismari Pledge Mage has done some very serious work. I apparently have a full set of Stone Rains. Boy, I've drafted 40 plus times, I think. I haven't even scratched the surface of collecting the Mystical Archive rares and mythics. They definitely put Mystical Archives in these sets for player experience and excitement, and not to make it really, really, really hard for players to collect the whole set. Definitely didn't do that. Super Late Spectacle Mage, Prismari appears open in this direction quite a bit. Pillar Drop Warden, I want one of them too. But I think our deck's coming together. Let's do the old creature curve thingy here. Zephyr Boot's back around. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm a big fan of it in like Quandrix. Interestingly, the loot part of this is not actually the best part. The best part is just the flying. And we don't really need the flying here. That said, we're at the end of this draft, the way it's going right now, we're not going to be scrounging for playables and need a historian in this deck. So let's take the boots. I just don't think they're going to make this deck. But this Pledge Mage, I've run into it so much lately. It just blocks so well. Easy Campus here. I'd put the lesson in my sideboard. Battle Seer's been unimpressive. Teach by example sucks. We'll take the Battle Seer, but again, we're not going to be scrounging for playable. Super late Pillar Drop Warden, or we could splash green. But I'm going to want a Pillar Drop Warden, so let's pick that up. Pillar Drop Warden, buying back Crackle, buying back Pigment, buying back Berry. All very good. Secret Reach. There's a lot going on with this card. I think it's not a Lorehold card, despite it having the Lorehold rules text on it. So I guess since the last time I recorded a video, competitive Magic died. That's cool, eh? Oh, people. Divine Gambit is a very good card. That's not where it's supposed to go. We got an Imbraham, who's fine. We've got a Serpentine Curve, who's probably better. This is basically a 4-mana 3/3. The situations where you're ever going to tap this to draw a card is powerfully low. This is a 4-mana, currently 5/5 potentially, and in a Prismari deck, we're going to make it even bigger. Serpentine Curve, again, has the Quandrix stuff on it. I think is a slightly better Prismari card. Or a Dimir card, depending on what circles you're in these days. Let's take the curve. Okay, we've got a Denial versus a Snow Day. I like them both. I think I want the Denial. Unfortunately, the red cards are not really the Prismari cards. You'd play a Study if you had to. But yeah, let's take a Denial. It's a good counterspell. Grows the curve. We've got a Pop Quiz versus not much else. What was taken here? A rare and an uncommon. So we're not being cut. It's just this pack displays how poorly designed guild sets are, quite frankly. Yeah, let's take a Pop Quiz. We got a Negate. So again, rare common here. So like maybe a Frost Trickster was taken. But these packs have just sucked for our chosen guild. I won't be sad to see Strixhaven go away. Hoping D&D is what I want it to be. And that is a core set. Plain, simple, flat power level. You know, boring. I like my draft formats boring because then being skilled in draft is actually a skill. The more exciting and powerful the draft sets tend to be, the more draft is an activity where you take whatever the hell you want and then smash your cards on the table and see who wins. Which is fun for some, and perhaps even fun for a lot. It could just mean that I'm aging out of Magic, or aging out of limited Magic. And that's sad. As I've said many times, hey, we could try to make the bug happen again. So I picked it, and I went like this, and I let go. And it disappeared. It became a blank rectangle. It's on video too. It happened on stream. Chat told me I was not crazy. They saw it too. But yeah, Teachings of the Archaics is a terrible card. You would never put it in your deck. But the times that you learn it, and it happens to be a divination, is nice. It's very nice. So let's pick that up. Okay, at this point now I'm thinking we're getting cut from our left, but I mean, it was very open from our right. We're not passing anything to make somebody get into it on our right, which means the pack 3 should be incredible. And I'll play a Curate in this deck. I don't think we're going to play a Wormhole Serpent. I don't think we're going to play a First in Class. Let's take the Serpent. Quandrix is suddenly open. Super late elemental summoning. We're learning at least twice now, right? Exactly twice. All right. Yeah, we'll take a summoning. I don't want a dog. Don't want a letter. We'll take a start from scratch. Again, bad card, but the 1 in 50 times that it's good to bring it out of the sideboard. Cool. I could play a reject. I don't really want to play a Vortex Runner. I don't want a Blood Age General. Sure, let's take a reject. Boy, we are cut. We're either cut hard or, again, the guild sets suck, and if the packs don't fall your way, you're just ruined. Let's take a letter just in case we discover in pack 3 that we want to splash. Take a Twin Scroll Shaman, not going to play it. This actually happened in the Sweatsuit Invitational this week. I opened an Extus, and I soft forced Silverquill. Fun fact, Hunter Pence opened 2 Extuses in the same pod, where I opened the one. Soft forced it. I felt like I was not getting the powerful Silverquill stuff. I did get 2 Killians. I got a bunch of other stuff. After the fact, after I had been eliminated in round 2, to eventual champion Kanata, I went back and I checked the draft logs. Nobody else ended up in Silverquill. Even Hunter, who took 2 Extuses, was splashing them in Witherbloom. We'll take nothing here. We'll take a Resculpt. And I went through every single person's draft pile. And other than like 1 Mage Hunter's Onslaught and a bunch of Inkling Summonings, nobody had anything I wanted. Our pod of 8 people just didn't really have Silverquill cards. Or at least not the good ones. And that's the downside of guild formats. We've got another Spectacle Mage, which did wheel before. We're not playing a Shalail or an Embrose, unfortunately. We're not splashing for a Bookworm. I don't think we need another pop quiz yet. We've only got the 2 lessons, the 3 lessons, I guess, but one is massively niche and one is relatively niche. So I think we just take the Spectacle Mage here. It'll make our Crackle cheaper. It'll make our Pigment cheaper. It's a fine enough card. Yeah, here we go. Here's a clinic in guild sets. We're Prismari. Don't want that in any Prismari deck, really. We have one of those, and we don't really want it. We have 2 of those. It's fine. There's an Introduction to Prophecy, I guess. I could take the God's Willing to help for set collection. Sure, I'll do that. It's basically the same thing happening. I guess we have a snow day. Snow day is not the literal worst. Unlike this format. We've got an expanded anatomy otherwise, I guess. Let's take the snow day. It looks so much like the good one. And I see it, and I'm like, oh man! And it's always the bad one. It's not bad. The front half is okay. but highly variable. So I think we'll just take the Igneous Inspiration, which is not variable. Does 3 damage every time. This could be a 2/2, a 3/3, a 12/12, who knows? This does 3 damage every time and learns. Barium Books, Quandrix Pledge Mage, both good, and a Memory Lapse. Both good. How low can our creature count go? I think I want the Pledge Mage. Because we're going to need creatures, and with our spells, that Pledge Mage is going to grow. We've got another Pigment Storm versus, again, not much. Campus otherwise, we'll take the Pigment Storm. Okay, so we got a Muse or a Guide or an Artist. I think we just want the Muse. Flyers are good. If our opponent doesn't have creatures, a 2/4 will win the day. It'll make stuff cheaper. Sounds good. Another Pledge Mage. Here we go. Here we go. Here's the deck finally coming together. Mana Tithe? I have none of those. Semester's End? I have all of those. Do I want 20 gems? I'm not going to play another Reject. We're learning twice. Thrice. We're learning 3 times. I'll take 20 gems. I ain't too proud. We're not going to play anything here. I'll take another Reject. Another Pigment Storm. I already have 2. I don't want any more. Well, maybe over a Snow Day, actually. Snow Day is a little bit more for aggro. Yeah, let's do that. Let's take an uncommon for the Vault. A Prismari Campus sold. This has been a weird draft. Nobody's been picking the campuses, which is a change. For the long... Is this the actual Kotaku? For the longest time, it was impossible to find campuses. All right. What a weird deck. What a weird deck. I think it'll be fine. Let's go win at least 1 match. That's my plan. Had a great morning in the garden. Planted all my vegetables. I'm sure by the time I'm done recording this by the time I'm done recording this video, they will be strewn across the yard due to the asshole squirrels, mice, chipmunks, raccoons, etc. Last year, I used chicken wire to try to stop them. And then discovered it's a pain in the butt to attempt to weed through chicken wire, because the chicken wire was suspended above the dirt by a couple of centimeters or so. Yeah, we'll go off this negate for a turn to get Pledge Mage going, I suppose. This year, I'm attempting wood mulch. So like real chunky, sharp wood. So hopefully the dainty little rodents won't want to get their paws in the wood. We'll see if that works. I doubt it. Let's Maelstrom Muse, I suppose. Don't touch it. Symbology? Sure. What you gonna go get? You're gonna go get Annihilation? Sure. Let's Pledge Mage. So that holds up. Negate. Sure, you can study break these. I don't care. What are you going to go learn for now? You got an Annihilation off your first learn. Teachings of the Archaics. Okay. Cute. You going to Divination right now? Well, you can. We'll 100% negate that Divination. 100%. Introduction to Annihilation by Maelstrom Muse, eh? Hell no. Hell no. I guess they can still divinate here, because they'll go down to 2 cards in hand. They're going to flunk the Muse. Okay. You got the Muse. I got more where that came from. Alright. We will pop quiz, hot shot. Piggy Storm. My own teachings of the Archaics. They're not going to have more cards than me for a very long time. So I think we're just going to grab the Elemental Summoning. Come in for 4. Drop a Spectacle Mage. Pass the turn. I will say I'm getting real tired of 3-color decks, because I think it just ramps up the power of the format even more, and it just makes it into a high variance coin flip. I've talked a lot about this on stream lately. Magic's variance has always been the land system. You draw your lands or you don't. Some people are okay with that system. I am not. I think it's bad and outdated. But now, with cards being so powerful pretty much across the board, you still have to deal with the land system, but now you also have to match your opponent's power, like turn for turn. And so it's added a second level of variance that is just not good. All right, so we are going to Piggy Storm this. Deal some of that old trample damage. And then we are going to fly on in for 5. By which I mean walk on in for 5. And drop a Pledge Mage. And so you can see we've played common, uncommon, I guess, and then uncommon. Opponent has played uncommon, rare, and therefore they won. And that's not an exciting game. It's a boring game. It's a deeply boring game. Expanded Anatomy, you got it. You got a 6/4. Guess what? I can block your 6/4. Another rare. Cool. Exciting, fun Magic. So we can deal 4. So we can force a block here off the Pigment Storm. If we kill this, we only deal 1, taking them to 7. It would not force a block off the Pigment Storm, so let's force the block. Yeah, so we Pigment Storm this, force the block with the Pledge Mage. Put them down to nothing, other than their singular card in hand and their card on top. And see if we can get out of this. And do I feel like my skill got me out of this? Not really. We top-decked a Pigment Storm in the right situation. Well, what's your last card? Is it a Barium Books? What you got? This format's bad. This format's absolute garbage. Trash garbage. I do not want to play this frigging format for 2 more months. It is such trash. Such trash. Play first. Did my opponent's skill win that game? No. They top-decked a Magma Opus. I want the campus down much more than I want to curate here. But that's the thing, is modern formats might just be designed like this. This opponent could be brand new. I don't think they are. I actually feel like I mildly recognize the name. They could be brand new, and they just had a really exciting game. And they get to take that really exciting game memories home to think about how exciting it was. And meanwhile, I just get to be like, that was garbage. Heated debate the muse. But yeah, I don't think this format is one of the worst of all time because, again, you can play it. It's just full of incredibly shitty experiences. But you can play it. All right, they've shown me no combat tricks, so this must be like an after the fact trick here. Sure. This format is so bad. Is this instant speed? It's sorcery speed? Gross. All right, we will fly in for 2. And Spectacle Mage. I don't know if it's worse than Kaldheim yet. Kaldheim was very similar. It had basically the exact same lol random slam cards on the table, see who wins BS. Zendikar did not. Corset 2021 did not. Mm-hmm. We don't have that many 2-drop creatures, so I'll do these draw spells on their turn, see if we can counter something or something. All right, so what digs us further? This digs us further to potentially hitting a negate. Yeah, it was 4 lands on top. You saw it here first. This is going to be a long ass 2 months. So we let them summoning this. Oh no, they might not even summoning. They'll probably just make this into a 6/6. Sure, I'll take 6. I don't even care anymore. Magma Opus me. Do something. Kill me. Put me out of my freaking misery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can drop 2 of these things and they can kill 1. So I guess we want to go Muse curve, or they just have another study break in hand. This person's deck is also insane. Like, they have literally not played a bad card in the entire match. So maybe they do what people in my local game group do, where they hop on Discord and draft together, telling each other what they should pick and what they should stay out of. But of course, Watsy said nobody would do that. Nah, nobody would do that. Let's go back in. Nobody would take that amount of time to cheat. Who would do that? People in my local Discord every single fucking night. That's who. That's who. But surely I know the only people in the entire world who do that. Sure. Sorry, folks. I know people get real fucking pissy when I don't like a set. But I'll give you a little secret. I'm beyond the point of caring. Theoretically, this should be an easy matchup. Our opponent's playing 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47 cards, an excavated wall, and a green deck. It should be easy. But the expert design decision of the mana system allows this opponent to win. I have a couple of board game reviews almost fully planned out and scripted in my head. I will probably start doing those. Because, man, I talked to a couple of board game designers about the fact that I wanted to kind of get into board game content creation. And holy moly, was that community nice. You see, you can't complain about the land system because it happens to everybody. So you can't complain about it. It's fair. You know, I go to every single one of your homes, punch every single one of you in the face. You can't complain that it hurt. It happened to everybody. It was fair. And for anybody who needs that spelled out, the point is that it doesn't matter that the land system is fair. It doesn't matter that land screw happens to everybody. What matters is if it feels so bad that somebody does not want to ever play again, it doesn't matter that it was fair if it was such a poor gameplay experience. I have to use this whirlwind denial before it gets too bad. Yeah, we'll counter that for sure. 15 cards deep. 16 cards because we threw one in the graveyard. 3 lands. Surely now we must find a land, right? Let's go with the summoning. This wall's doing a pretty good job. Start flying in and doing some actual damage here. 18 cards deep, 4 lands. That means we've got, what, 12 in our bottom 20? Show me the trick, I dare ya. Use your scratch? Grape shot? Sure. Sure. So I guess we start getting these pledge mages out. So we can start growing them pretty heavily. And we're still at 19 life. Or wait, now we've got 5 lands. Now we have 12 left. 12 out of 22. More than half of our deck are lands. Claim the Firstborn? Sure. Hall Monitor? Sure. 7? Sure. Twelve in our 21. All right, fine. I guess we pillar drop Warden. I really want to get the 2 pledge mages down and start growing them. And our opponent's 48 card deck is going to mean that we mill out first. No attacks. Their own pillar drop Warden, sure. Don't really care. We have to take that Fuming Effigy if they attack for 4, because they could just scratch the Warden. What does Monitor do? Target creature. Fudge. Yeah, we'll take the 4. Ouch. Oh my god. 12 lands, bottom 20. There's only 8 cards left in our deck that aren't lands. Alright, so I guess we Frost Trickster down the Effigy for a turn. This is brutal. This is so brutal. Sure. At least it didn't hit my face. All right. All right. All right. So now we can pledge mage, holding up berry or pop quiz, start to grow them. How long until D&D? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks. 8 weeks, because it's coming out like a week before paper on Arena, like a week before the pre-release on Arena, due to the pandemic. You know, the thing that WotC blames for every single thing. A year and a half after. Sure, you got it. Oh, they're gonna ping me to death. All right, the effigy has to die. Effigy gotta go. Start from scratch me for 1. Sure. No, attack with it. Come on, coward. All right, let's pop quiz. We'll grab our own, start from scratch. Serpentine curve is decent to see. So we're on 7. So yeah, I guess we go curve holding up Berrien books. And the start from scratch, I suppose. We're close to doing 10 to 2 targets. They're going to teach by example, weather the storm. So they're going to gain 9 life. You did it. I need the effigy or the dog dead. This is so demoralizing. All right, let's get in for 7. Let's get in for 7. I would like to get in for 7, please. Thank you. Sure. Goes down. Am I start from scratching this turn? Am I burying in books this turn? I doubt it. So let's get a spectacle mage down as well. Congratulations, folks, on watching the actual game of Magic that's going to make me quit forever. This is the game. This is the game. All right. Let's kill the effigy. There we go. Let's attack for, I don't know, 17? 17 sounds good. So what do you want to return here? Do I care if you return anything? Not really. Just claim the firstborn due to us. Not much. Red. 2, 2. So if we can find one more frickin' land, they're just dead to Crackle. They're going to return Tangle Trap. Okay. Sure. How does Spectacle Mage interact with this? One less to cast. Okay. Yeah, we'll bury your Tome Shredder here, bud. Goodbye. Holy God, that was game 1. All right. Let's go back in. And let's win game 2. And then see what match 3 has for us. So yeah, Crackle and Power. It's sort of interesting how those interact. You would have declared X to be 2. You would have then calculated the mana cost to be 2, 4, 6. Red. For a total of 8 mana being spent. And then you'd cut off 1. So we'd pay 7 mana. So you would essentially would have paid 1, 2, 2, red. Oh my God, thank you, opponent, for not putting me through game 2. I needed that. I really needed that today. All right, match 3. We got a Silver Quill opponent here. Very interesting thing I've noticed in drafts. You check your draft pod, you see what avatar they're using. There seems to be a correlation between what guilds open and what guilds not based on what avatars are near you. Which is another just huge check mark in how good this set is and how good Arena is. Down to 5. So you're saying we've got a chance. I will accept a chance. Sure, you were land screwed. You can eat whichever one you think is more dangerous. They're both pretty dangerous. I think the Pledge Mage is slightly more dangerous. Or no, this only gets a counter for big spells, but it is always unblockable. Can never remember what it does. In we go. Field trip? Nah. I'm going to be that dick today. I'm going to be 100% that dick today. Hey. The mana system, folks. The mana system. Perfect design for 2021 games. Like I said, stay tuned for board game reviews that are good. God, I wish there was like a board game reviewer who somehow had zero knowledge of Magic the Gathering's existence. And to give them Magic the Gathering today and ask them to review the game. It's impossible, though, because every board game reviewer, at the very least, is well aware of its existence, if not knowledgeable about it. Interesting, a lot of board game reviewers do like it, but they interact with it in a wildly different way. The Dice Tower, for example, Tom Vassell usually ranks Magic as one of his top games. But I don't even know what he does anymore, but he used to just buy the dual decks when they came out. And for him, Magic the Gathering was the dual decks. All right. Game 2. Let's see if we can go 2-1 and only lose $4 instead of 10. I believe I'm going to mulligan this due to a design decision that I haven't talked about yet today called the mana system. Guess it's our turn to go to 5. Sweet. Sweet. But you see, it's fine, and you can't in any way talk about feeling bad about what happened, because it happens to everybody. We saw it happen to our opponent. So it's fair. I cannot describe enough how much I dislike that the little like token shows up in the shadow. Because of course this is just a static camera in a Unity thing, and this is a physical object that's existing with a light source behind us, right? But it bugs me so much. Ow. Pest summoning. I'll counter it. No. No pests. Don't want them. I just want to go out and garden some more. That's what I want to do. Let's punish them all to 5 even more than before. Okay. Guess we'll start scrying. I'll take 3. A pass of the turn, eh? I don't need more frickin' lands. Show me a land, I dare you. Draw a land. Draw a land, Arena. Draw a land. 2, 3, 4. We have a land to play. So I want both of these. I guess we'll try to Pigment Storm now, hoping they don't have a thing in hand. So I want both of these. I want Pigment Storm first. Try to kill it. Okay. Of course. Of course. Of course. So we need them to hit Remorse. That's what they hit. Do not. It's a real wasteful use of a life and some mana. But okay. Now we need them to hit Lash. Good. Unfortunately, next turn they're going to hit Big Play or Hunt or Pest Summoning. Of course. Of course. I really do love the utter power of all the rares in this set, and the commonness of just playing them all. It's really interactive and fun. Super interactive and fun. Also, this is a Witherbloom deck splashing. Okay. Draw land, I dare you. Coward. So we muse and hope they don't hit. They have to hit Hunt for Specimen here. They didn't. Is that instant speed? It's instant speed. If you see the channel deleted tomorrow and all evidence of the Mana Leak ever existing, today's draft is why. That was pathetic. Oh my god, this format is trash. It'll probably sneak into my bottom 10 of all time. I don't quite think it can make bottom 5. But I think bottom 10 is almost a guarantee. Opponent sideboarding. Sideboarding real hard. But hey, if the pattern holds up, D&D is going to be totally solid, and Innistrad number 1 is going to be amazing. And then Innistrad number 2 is going to suck quite a bit. And then whatever comes after that is going to be a new entrant in my worst of all time sets. It's a really strange pattern. It's a really strange pattern. Zendikar made my top 5. Did it make my top 5? I think it just made my top 5. As the fall set, the previous fall set, Eldraine made my number 2. I guess number 3, because we remembered that Mystery Booster exists. Meanwhile, the winter set, Kaldheim, Theros deeply disliked the spring sets of Strixhaven, Ikoria, War of the Spark, some of my least favorite of all time. Core sets, always totally fine. It's a pretty solid recurring pattern at this point. So I just have to hold out till fall. Just all the lands, eh? 7 in the top 11. Think we can go for 12 in the top 15? I bet we can. I bet we can. No blocks. You got a big play. Good for you. Are you going to use the big play now? Okay. Okay. It worked, I guess. Alright, let's drop a Pledge Mage with the threat of a Bury in Books. See if we can get like a Lash of Malice or something. Well, no, Lash of Malice wouldn't stop a trade. Take the berry. Take the berry. Take the berry. There you go. This is some of the worst Magic I've played in my entire life. Like every single match today. Like this format has no redeeming features. And I hope it rots. All the way down to 22. All the way down to 25. All the way down to 21. We're going to have to protect this Pillar Drop Warden because it's going to need to block. 3/2 flyers at some point. course it's more lands. Did we do 12 in the top 16? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, only 8 in the top 16. Well, let's continue slamming and welcoming to the jamming. And we're in Scry and Hope period now. Show me bottom, please. To the top. At least Dramatic Finale is not the big... You get a Rise of Extus? Why are you looking at my graveyard? Why? Okay, sure. Pledge Mage? Sure, we'll draw you. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we can kill their Fanatic. Get a counter, get a couple of trample here. And then swing on in for, I guess, 4. Take him to 11. They get yet another Scry. Do we want to Scry? 4, 5. We'll have 3 mana left. Top again? Stop. There's the Rise of Extus. Getting and summoning. I don't super care about the summoning. In for 2, sure. I will Scry here. Spectacle Mage, sure. 4 versus 4, but I have a block. Oh no, not 4, not 4, not 4. Let's drop the mage. No attacks. I don't think I'll be scrying on upkeep now. Top again? Stop. Just because there are so many higher drops that I want to hit. Blood Researcher, that's pretty okay. Pop Quiz, that's also pretty okay. I would happily trade the mage for your summoning if that's what you want. That's what you want? Cool. Hunt for Specimen, sure. Go and learn. Annihilation, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do we still have answers for the Blood Researcher? We should, right? We might not. Both Pigment Storms are gone, as is the Barium books. Alright, let's pop Quiz. Land. We should be able to cast this Teachings as a divination, so let's pick it up. Okay, we had an Igneous Inspiration left, alright. So we can Igneous Inspiration the Researcher, get rid of it. Grab the Start from Scratch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Start from scratch, one of these. Teachings. Back in for 4. Top again? Stop! They have never not topped. Dramatic Finale? Sure. It's not really that big of a concern. And I would love if you kill. Yeah. Have at it. Give me another draw. Into a whirlwind denial? Not really what I want. This is some of the most miserable Magic I've ever played in my life. Top again, I dare you. One, two, three, four. They've got 4 mana up, eh? Okay, let's scry. Serpentine Curve for 10 seems good. Seems good. Q deal with a 10/10. Let's come in for 3. The dubs, you got it. No scry on upkeep. Intriguing. Brackish Trudge, sure, you got it. Let's scry. There's Mari Apprentice. Yeah, we need blockers. Let's come on in for 10. They're gonna scry, have at it. Pop, as usual. Block, you got it. Up to 10. Dusk Mage, sure. No attacks, I like it. Don't want that. One, two, three. So I'd have 4 mana left. If we just hit Crackle with power, we just win. So yeah, I'm not going to scry. We're on basically Crackle with power or bust. Which means I think we don't even attack because we don't want to give them 3/2 flyers. So it's one of these 11 cards, and we get to look at least 2 a turn. We should win this by hitting the Crackle. Scry away. I would love to see bottom. Thank you. I would have liked to have seen an upkeep scry, though. Professor of Zoology. Can't stop that. Alright, so we got a block here. They're going to get their flyer. Scry. Oh, we actually get a double scry now. So we need to find the Crackle. So let's pop that down, scry again. Pigment Storm. Would get rid of the flyer. And sort of buy us another turn. How many cards are left otherwise? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I think we Pigment Storm this turn. I love that your deck disappears, so you have to be very careful to figure out if it's actually on the top or if it's actually on the bottom. It's a really great bit of UI design there. So yeah, let's Pigment Storm that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we may as well play all of our lands. No attacks. bottom sounds good. I really hope they're playing for the mill win. I can certainly give them another flyer. Let's scry. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now we know. Now we know. 1, 2. So we can do 5, 10, 15. I like doing 15. Do you like doing 15? I like doing 15. 15. 15. 15. Auto pay. Am I free? Please tell me I'm free. Please tell me I'm free. They're gonna scry. Am I free? I think I'm free. We're free. We're all free. See you next week.